Hello everyone, this is Javelin from English Tutor Hub and welcome back to my channel. Today we shall be doing an English lesson and it's all about using lived in. In this lesson, you are going to learn how to answer basic English questions about where you lived with the right prepositions. This is an important lesson for beginners and a great review for all levels. I lived in New York City. I lived in New York City. So as you can see here guys, we have the word city. So I lived in New York City. If we are talking about city, we have to use lived in. Alright? I lived in Chayapum. I lived in Chayapum. Chayapum, guys, is one of the provinces in Thailand. So again, we are talking here about the province. So we have to use lived in. I lived in Chayapum. I lived in Chayapum. So again, province, we have to use lived in. I lived in Diamond Village. I lived in Diamond Village. So again guys here, as you can see we have the word village. So if we are talking about the village where you lived at, you have to say, I lived in Diamond Village. And here, I lived in Turkey. I lived in Turkey. So as we all know that Turkey is a country. So we have to use lived in. I lived in Turkey. Alright? So summary, we use lived in when referring to big places like a country. I lived in Thailand. I lived in Philippines. I lived in United Kingdom. I lived in New Zealand. So we have to use lived in when talking about your country. A city. I lived in Bacolod City. Alright? I lived in Manila City. Alright? So we use lived in. A province. Okay guys? So when talking about a province, we have to use lived in. A village, we also use lived in. And a town. Okay? So again, we use lived in when referring to big places like a country, a city, a province, a village, a town. Alright guys, so that's the end of this brief lesson on the use of lived in. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you like this video, please share it on social media. And if you want to get a full transcript of this lesson, you can go to official website englishtutorhub.com, and there are also a lot of useful stuff that you might be interested in. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and let me know your thoughts and questions. Love to hear from you. Thank you very much.